Sorry, Patu, we cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry guys, I was on mute. Yeah. So in PDF, we will be having two types of documents. One is the digital or a native documents, and the other is scan documents. For reading the data from digital documents, we'll be using read PDF text activity. And here we can create our variable PDF text. Even we can specify the pages, like from which page we want to read, and we can have the preserve format as well. So we'll see the file. So we got all the text required. Okay. And if you see here, we copy this complete text to a notepad. See, and let us keep this for a while. And let us change the preserve formatting to true. And now execute this file. Let me copy this. See the differences between these two. See, so now we have the formatting is separated out. Like here, everything is like starting without any indentation from the first character also. And here, based on the PDF format file, we are having a couple of indentations and the separation of each and every um, text and all, and which one to choose in which scenarios. So it all depends on the PDF document which we are processing to. So it's not about like all the time we need to go with the preserve formatting, and it's not about all like we should avoid the preserving of the format. Okay. So it all depends on like we just need to read the data and keep it here. And based on that, we need to decide which format we need to follow. And here, right, like it's a clear cut, it looks like a clear cut separation of all the things. So it all depends how what output you require. Okay. And let us do one thing. We'll consider this preserve formatting. Okay. And we'll try to extract some information from here. And for now, like I'm just putting this, and how we are going to decide, or the robot is going to know whether the given document is a scanned document or a digital document. I'm gonna save some same file as an image. How can I do that? Export PDF as an image. So this is the image, and we need to look for it, and let us convert that to the PDF. So now this is a scanned image. If I select, I'm not able to get anything, right? So let us go here. This is clearly an image. This is this we can select it. So which means this is a digital document and this is a scanned document, which we could not able to select. So as a human, we will get to know whether it is a digital document or a scanned document, but how the robot is going to know. Close all tabs. Let us do one thing. Let us take the scanned document. Run this follow. So there is no text extracted. In case if we are using this read PDF text activity and it is not returning any of the text, which means it's not a digital document. So there will be a question like how the robot can identify whether the given document is scanned or a PDF, digital. So in case if we are using read PDF text activity, and if we could not able to retrieve any text, then we will be considering it as scanned document. So here string PDF text dot string equal to nothing, which means it is a scanned PDF. Let us have a message box here. Scanned PDF document. In case if we are going with this, it's a digital PDF document. See, my agenda is here. My statement is like I want to have the PDF text to be reflected to this variable, irrespective whether it is a scanned or a digital. So now we are identifying in case if we are not having any text, which means it's a scanned document. And what we will do is read PDF with OCR, this activity, and we'll be taking that scanned document now. And now we need to pass in the OCR engine. So for the OCR engines, we have Tesseract, you have a document OCR, Google Cloud OCR. So we have all this, right? So in this, Tesseract is free, OmniPage is free, and the rest everything is licensed. So you have a screen, document, OCR, Japanese, Chinese, Azure, and Google Cloud. All these are paid OCRs. So in case if you want to use any of these OCR engines, right, you need to pass in the um, API key. So let us take this examples, this one, and also let us take the Tesseract. So if we go to the properties, here we have API key. And some additional features might be having because of its additional features, whatever the OCR engines are having. Okay. And if we go to the Tesseract, we don't have any API. see extracting the words, what are the characters you want to allow, and what of the characters you doesn't want to allow. Like in some scenarios, what will happen is you know that there are some characters which will not be available on the document. Some random characters you'll be getting because OCR could not able to identify the actual characters properly, and because of that, uh, you might be getting some junk characters. So you can just put those characters in the denied characters so that it will not be extracted as a junk characters and it will not spoil your output. So we just need to take care of these things, and it is not much required. And we will not deal with the invert also. Invert is in the sense like uh, it will change the colors, which means like if you see right, the gray color kind of thing, it will come in such a way, and reverse of that will be invert. Generally, it will go in a invert mode, means like it will just reverse the text colors and the background color, and it will try to extract. So, which property needs to be selected, and what we need to do in this? So there is no criteria or there is no proper um, methods we need to follow in order to do that. The reason is here. Um, when we are dealing with the scan documents, we just need to try out all the properties of different combinations, and we just need to make sure that like we are getting a proper output. So we don't have any such a criteria that like we need to use only this, but we just need to try it out and pick the properties combination which is giving us the better or best output. And we are getting an error here. Last time also we got this right. So to here. So in generally programming languages, we will be importing libraries, right? So here in .NET, we will be importing the namespaces. So for UiPath, we have the imports here. So the error it is saying that like we don't have system.drawing.image is missing. So let us try to import that and see system.drawing.image. We have the image. Yeah. Once we import that, we lost there. So there will be some scenarios like where you might be missing the namespaces or assemblies. So we just need to import them so that the errors will be resolved. And now if I go with the tesseract also, it will not throw me any error. Previously thrown an error, right? Now it will not throw any error. So we can go with either of these two. But I always prefer to go with OmniPage because that gives me much more better result when it comes to the pre-OCRs. Okay. And I see initially I will not change any of the properties. I'll keep as it is, and this output, right, it is not required because you can take the output from here also in PDF text. So I'll be taking this, and the image API I can just have 150 or 270. So it is not necessary for us to specify it, but 150 is the minimum recommended DPI. So now what we have done is like we are checking whether it is a scanned document or not. In case if it is a scanned document, we are using read PDF with OCR and we are giving the value. So now irrespective of whether we are passing in the digital document or a scanned document, we'll get the text. One second, guys. So it is saying that it's a scanned PDF document. Click on OK. Now it is going for the reading. If you see, right, like with the digital document, it is not taking time. But when it comes to the scanned document, it took a lot of time. And now, if you see, we got the text, and when it comes to scan, you will not have any formatting, and it will be like a plain text. And in between, you'll get some nonsense or junk characters also. And there will be some scenarios like you, but we should not look for these things. Here, we are not getting it properly, right? Do we really require this text as part of our extraction? We need to consider that. See, probably we need an invoice number, invoice date, purchase order number. These are the things which are our point of interest. And when all these values are coming as expected, and all these junk characters, whatever we have below this, are negligible, and we should not consider. In case if we are having any issue with this particular text, which we are interested in extracting, so there we need to consider. Okay, let us copy this here, and let us compare by changing it to the digital document. So what I'm doing is I'll just change it to the digital document and see.
So Parth, omni-page OCR gives best result in both scan and digital document, right?
In digital document, we will not use the OCR engines, right? For the digital documents, it is not necessary to have the OCR. We can directly extract the text.
Okay, yeah, got it. Yes, correct.
So let me copy this. Let us try to understand the difference. So in the digital, right, we have a positive advantage of having a very clear cut information. So it will be 100% accurate in the digital, right? But here we don't have that flexibility. And but let us suppose you have both digital and the scanned documents, and we need to identify a way how we can automate both of them. See, the format is same. The only difference we see is um, one is scanned and the other is digital, but it should work for me in all the ways, right? How we can do that? See, the advantage of the regular expressions comes into the picture at that particular place, irrespective. So we will not take much values. We'll take only the invoice number, date, and the purchase order number, and we'll see. Okay. And here, I'll just copy this. I'll go here. I'll put it here. Okay. And this is my scan, right? I'll copy this. Just go to duplicate, and I'll put it here. See, my flavor of the Regex is .NET. So I have selected it. Now I want to have an invoice number. So I need to match the regular expression for both. Okay. And here, I'll just select this, copy this, and put it here. Okay. And I'll just put a space, and I'll just put a colon. I'll just put a space, question mark. And now I have numbers, continuous numbers. Okay. So if you see, right, this is got highlighted. The entire thing got highlighted. So let us copy the same thing and put it here and see whether it is working or not. It is not working out, right? So the reason is everything is same. So let me put this as a question mark. No. Why we are not getting it? Let us try to put this here. Now it is getting highlighted. Why it was not getting highlighted previously? Let me consider this. Now it is, so there is this O, right? The in between dot is there. Here it is not having that. Because of that, it is getting changed. So irrespective whether we are so here it is, if you see, right, this was considered as 0, not as a O. Because of the scanned document, sometimes it will be considered, O will be considered as 0, 0 can be considered as O. So that scenarios or possibilities are there. So now we should match for both. It should not be like I want to use I want to build one workflow here and the other workflow here. So it should exactly match. So what we can do is, and just copy this, the pipe symbol and put this. And now let us copy this and put it here. Now we got this got selected. So now again, what we need to do is we need to remove this, right? We may need to remove this. Um, Again, after that, like we need to do a string manipulation and we need to replace it, right? For this text, and we need only this number. So how we can make this work? So first let us do one thing. First let us go with only one and then we will see for the other. So I can put the whole thing in a brackets, okay? Which means match one, which is got matched. This one or this one. This one is got matched. Okay. Here, what I will do is I'll put a question mark less than or equal. If you see, only this has got highlighted, which means this is positive look behind, which means in the left side, it will look for this particular text and it will ignore this. The symbol of this question mark less than or equal to is positive look behind, which means like it will identify the value and it will ignore that. And whatever we give after this closing of this brackets, right, that value will be returned. In the similar way, we can put it for here also, right? Copy this. Let us put the pipe symbol equal to what has got highlighted. Let us put the same value here also. So irrespective whether it is a digital document or a scanned document, I could able to get the regular expression pattern. Now we will use the regular expression pattern here. Okay. So for the regular expression patterns, right? So we have is text matching, find matching patterns and replace, which means this is to replace any matched pattern. And this is whatever the matching patterns are available, all those values will be returned. And here we have, see, I always prefer to go with these websites, but still you have a regular expression builder here. Here also, you can put your all text, whatever we pasted there, right? Because here we have two different combinations. So I just kept that into two different tabs and it will be easy for me to understand, right? But what you can do is, let us put the expression here. So we kept the expression here and we can have this copied and we can put that in the test text and the values got highlighted. So even we can test our regular expression here also. It's not necessary that always you need to go there. You can have that here also in the regex builder. And here there is another advantage also. I'll show you. So here, if you see, right, there will be somewhere we will be having an email ID. Have some email. Let us do one thing. We can change it to email. See here, the email is got highlighted. I can go for URL. You have somewhere, right? If not, that is fine. Let us type some URL www.rpa.com. So some expressions, right? We will be directly having it here. Date. So we got some date. So in the similar way, we can have some couple of things already available, and with this we can do that. But I always prefer to go from here. That it will give me some hints and all these things are available here. So I always go with that. Let us see whether the number is got highlighted. So we'll be ignoring this case. In case like if we are getting a small I small and it doesn't matter. So we are ignoring the case and click on save. So our regular expression pattern is configured. Okay. So in which text we need to search? What is our input? Input is our string PDF text. Okay. Few things got changed. Actually, we used to get the collection, but now it is saying that first match that found as a string. Here result we have, right? It will give us a complete results. Like if in case if we have more than one match, right? It will give you all the possible matching values. Okay. And here it is directly a string value. It is an additional which we got the first match. Generally, we will get a result and we'll see both the ways. Invoice number. And here the variable type is string because it's the first match. And let us do one thing. Here we'll say control K match invoice number. Okay. And here, if you see the variable type for this match, it is INumerable. So it's a collection of match type. So we cannot directly use as it is. So when we are dealing with this such a value scenarios, right? Generally, how we will do is we'll see whether we have the match count is greater than 0 or not. Because sometimes we may not get the matching values. Let us suppose if I send you a completely a different document, then you will not match the invoice number, right? If the things are got changed, and it will throw an object reference not set to instance of an object. So we will get in that way. So to avoid that, we will always check whether the matching collection is more than 0 or not. You should have at least one collection. So that is one thing. And we'll write a log message info and match of 0 dot toString. So this will return as the invoice number. And in the message box, we will write the message invoice number also, which is like the invoice number variable, which we considered as a first match here. So let us run this file and see. Digital PDF document. Okay. And here is my invoice number 1023 240 25920. And the same is got printed or not. Let us see. Here it is. So which means now it's a new feature which has got added, this output first match. Now we can leverage this also, and we can use even from here also, like by giving the index. Okay, so we received the invoice number. Now we will go with only first match. We received the invoice number, and now we want to go for the date. Okay, so how we are going to do for the date? Anyone? For date it will be single, right? Because the date is always like we don't have 0 or O in between. So once you write one regular expression, right, and all the other things will be similar to you, simple for you. Now it will be date. Instead of invoice hash, we will be giving date and the number we got this side and slash s slash w, so small w plus slash s slash d plus. I can say this is 4 because year will be always 4 and here months are with 3-letter word, right? In January it will be JAN, in February it will be FEB, so it will be always 3-letter word, right? So I'll put 3. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to restrict the number of characters, because sometimes what will happen is we may have some other number or some other values like pattern may say like match with this. Like let us suppose, see, RPCW 2777 and all these things may work in case if you have two numbers before it or one number before it. So in case if I restrict with the number of characters also, so this will be always a date format. There is nothing else. So I'm restricting it for this. And let us copy this and put the same here. And let us see whether it is working or not. It worked out. So now I can go for another match pattern. And here I can directly put in the patterns under the double quotes, whatever I copied from there, and the initial input text. And the first match is invoice date. So we got the date. And now I want to take the PO number. So here it is PO number, and here it is PO number. Here voice properly got detected. So let us go and change it here. PO number. And when we have these dots, right? Because the dots will match any character. So we need to provide the escape sequence slash. Okay. And we have the PO number is and all our numbers. So we'll just put plus. This has got highlighted. With the minor modifications, we can just try it out, just explore and we'll do it. So we got the number. So the purchase order number is matched. So we can put our regular expression pattern here. Can just have some PDF text. And here it is. Purchase order number. So we got all the detail. We could able to extract all the detail. So in case if you want to have an order number, how we can modify it? We can just put instead of PO hash, right? We'll put this order number. And here it is combination of words and text /W plus. See here, it got selected. So minor changes we'll be doing it and we can able to get all the details, whatever we want to extract. So let us write on all the details here now. Number, date, and next is purchase order number. So we got all that, right? Let us run this file. Digital document, and we got the invoice number, date, and the order number also. So let us do one thing. Now let us change it to the scan document and see. Scan document. And now we got the invoice number, date, and the purchase order number. So we could able to extract all the details irrespective whether it is a scanned document or a digital document. So based on the condition we are checking, see sometimes what we generally do is we'll generally just put count is greater than some 500. Generally, why we generally keep is like sometimes there will be a watermarks by the scanner may come. Those will be in your digital. So just try it out. Like just try to do some scan some document with your cam scanner, and that will write something that scanned with cam scanner. So such a text may come. So for safer side, we generally put this greater than 500 or something. And even now also, it will be considered in the similar way. So this is how we will be utilizing our regular expressions and data extraction from the PDF documents. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
Path, it means basically regular expression is mainly useful for the extracting data from the scan document, right? We can use in
No,
the this
it's
document as
not
well.
like like scanned. It is like getting required information from any of the text, which is of
Okay.
not properly structured, and
Mhm.
you may not know the fixed words. You just may need to go with some matching patterns. Yeah. So let me know, guys, in case if you have any questions. In case if no one is having any questions, then I think let me do one thing, guys. Along with these videos for the Regex and PDF, right? I'll suggest you to go with one more video. I'll share this video link also with you. Anyhow, like the table data extraction, everything we are going to deal as part of our real-time project and with our DU and all. Okay. So let me put it here. This is for the PDF and OCR automation. And also I'll upload this video and I'll share the link. So if we doesn't have any questions, then I think we can wind up. And from tomorrow, we'll be starting with APIs.
Yeah, sure, Path. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.